Our final chart today will be the Compq. This is the 26th of February, Friday. Once again, I must remind you, please do your own due diligence, remain within your risk tolerance, and remember that this is all for educational purposes only, never to be construed as a recommendation to buy or sell anything. So once again, we find, as a common story here, we find that we have a cup and handle. And typically this is a bullish continuation pattern. So you can expect this normally to break out of this handle and then move up. But I'm not so sure that's what's going to happen. But I'm not going to tell the market what to do either. So if it does break up above this swing high that we find here, which is excuse me, which is 22.52, it could actually move back up to the highs that were put in January at 23.26. More likely what I feel that it's going to do is move back down here, could test this support here, and this is fairly significant support because you can see here there are about 4 areas of articulation here where this is showing some market symmetry right here. So it could come back and this could act as fairly stout. Let me get this out of the way so you can see this a bit better. This could be fairly stout support at this area. Now if it breaks down below there, we're going to look at the spike low that occurred right here, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 2100. Again, this should act as fairly decent support as well. Then we have a double bottom that was put in right here at about 2050, and then finally we have a low back here which was put in September at 1958. So those are the levels that we want to be looking at. You can see here that just like in the SPX, the 50-day simple, which is this blue line here, has acted as fairly decent resistance. So my thesis is that it's probably going to bounce here a little bit. I think it's more likely going to break and come back down here, but again, we just need to watch it and follow it. We're up in the overbought area in the stochastics, and right here in the MACD, it does not look like it. It doesn't give us any indication that it wants to go one way or another particularly. And the volume has been fairly consistent right here. So again, that's not an indication of which way it really wants to take the market. It doesn't show participation or lack thereof necessarily to give us a clue as to which way it's going to go right now. We just kind of have to watch it. It's moving into this channel right now, which is the handle, and we should just watch it closely to see which way it breaks out, and then it will indicate to us based upon the target levels that we have chosen. So once again, I want to remind you to take some time and come on over and give us a peek at markettamer.com. That's www.markettamer. There's 2 T's in